Gold, silver, and the mining sector. Really nice breakout here. I want to give you an update on what I'm seeing right now across that board. Also want to give you an update on across the stock market. There's some important levels because the stock market could either be getting frothy right now, meaning a top, or it could just be basing out for another really big move to come out of them. I'm going to show you exactly what that pattern is all about. Plus also some other things I want to share with you guys in today's update. One question I get asked all the time is, John, how do you trade the market? What sort of trading strategy do you do? So this is what I'm doing right now. I'm actually running a free training, and on this free training, I'm going to walk you through all the details to my actual trading system, how I identify the trades, how I scan the market to find these trades, and so much more. So I'm running this free training today. If you click on that link in the description there, the first thing in the description, or go to johnsfreetraining.com, you can get access to that right now. So let's actually get started. I'll start off with the actual gold and silver in today's update from you guys. So looking at gold and silver, if I bring up the SLV price, because this is the one that I'm personally involved with myself, and looking at the SLV price, one thing we can see here on this very short-term picture, you can see how we've actually been channeling here. So this last, say, 3 months worth of data, you can see how it's been really like, there may be like a bit of a trend line coming up through there somewhere, right? As you can see from there to there. If I squeeze this up here, you can see how this last little bit through there and that last little bit through there, as you can see, that's where it's been really sort of compressing up, and now we're getting a breakout here. And so the really big thing is I'm always looking at the markets from what's called a price and time perspective. And one thing I've noticed is that whenever the market goes sideways like this here, see how it's just been going sideways here on this chart here, really hasn't been doing much. Well, typically what that means is that means it's getting ready for a really big move. You see this in gold. I'll get to gold in just a minute. But you typically see that there. So if you're ever looking for a market that's likely to make a really nice move, look for these periods where the market doesn't do much. See even back here, see how the market did nothing for about a month or so? Well, typically when you see that, you get big moves out of the markets. And again, that's the same thing that's happening with gold right now. But looking at silver is just broken out through here, or the SLV price. And as you can see from my top charts up here, we've broken above this resistance level. And if I blow this weekly chart up now, this is the weekly chart, we're broken above here. So this could be getting ready for, this could be the start of a really nice breakout on silver. And we could be getting ready for a nice move up to around that $42 level from there. Again, from this really nice breakout here, and it does look like that. Really, as you can see, it's really like a, what's that there? All through June, July, August. So around about really, what's that? Really around about 3 months of doing nothing, and now we're starting to break out. So this could be the start of something really big in the silver market. So looking really, really nicely from there. It took a bit of time, right? I know a lot of traders who were trading silver from here. I started seeing comments like, this is a silver nightmare and all this sort of stuff. It wasn't a silver nightmare. It was just taking this time before it, before it started getting together there. So that's what I'm seeing there on the SLV. Let's go to the GLD price. And the GLD, very, very, very nice breakout from here. And as you've seen from my videos for the last month, I've been saying that I'm seeing one more good push to the upside. In fact, I've had a 4,000 target on the gold price. Right now, this is the actual gold price itself. And I do have a 4,000 target from there. If I bring up this, I'll bring up this chart right here. This is the weekly chart. We're just breaking out now. And you can see typically what happens is whenever we go through remember I said before about the sideways pattern, whenever we go through this level here, especially if it's like 2, 3, 4 months, we typically go through on a 3-4 week, at least a 3-4 week move. This is about 3 months of sideways, as you can see here. Now it's not every single week it goes up, but you can see the overall trajectory is pretty much to the upside from there. So we're doing the exact same thing from here. So I do honestly believe though that this is the last move in gold. And if I actually I'll bring on the GLD price because I'll be able to demonstrate what we could be seeing from here. So this breakout here, it could be quite strong and quite vertical. So I'm expecting quite a nice move here. But if we do, what you want to see here is I don't know exactly if it is, But if we do start to see a strong move, and I've got a target up here, you can see that's that line up there. That's the target where I see the GLD price actually going from here. If we do, the market, whenever we start to see these ends of big bull markets, right, we go through these bull markets, it typically ends in a pretty strong vertical move, right? So for example, if you go back, see this big bull phase through here, what ended up happening, right? We went up and down and up and down and up and down, but see that very last move, the very last move was the strongest, right? And then we went through this sort of phase through here. Well, if you go back in time, again, if you go back through to here, see this phase all through here. So that's what you want to be watching out for. This is the phase through here. But what did we get through the phase, right? We got the higher low. See, it was just nicely stepping up. And then this very last move, see how that was a lot stronger through there? And that was clearly what? A blow off top phase. So I don't know if this is going to be that exactly. I'm going to let the market tell me. But what you want to be mindful of is when we're getting this breakout here is if we do start to see here we go type of thing, meaning it breaks out and it takes off and we start to get this type of action in gold over the next, through the rest of this month, then what you will see is that's a typical blow off top end of trend, meaning we've had a very big trend for a few years, it ends. A very big trend for a few years, it ends. We've had a very, very strong trend for a few years. If we get this, guys, this is towards the end of a very big bull trend, right? Now, I don't know what's going to happen after that, though, how it actually forms. Do we get a big correction down to a 50% retracement? But bear in mind, I do see this is probably going to be the end, and we're probably going to do nothing for a good 6 to 12 months. We may go just like, for example, here you can see after this bull market, we really didn't do much for a few years. After this bull market, we actually didn't do much for quite a bit of time. So the very big bull market we're in right now, this could be the end of the market. And so if you're trading gold, just bear in mind where we're at right now, because if we do, once again, the market will tell us, right? If we get a blow-off move, if we get a nicely good trend from here and suddenly we get something like that, that's the exhaustion, right? That's the blow off top. That's the capitulation, or the blow off top phase. That's the exhaustion type of move you totally get. And the market talks to us, right? You see this thing through here. So for trading wise, I think we still have a lot more upside to go in gold. Like I've been saying the last month, one more push in gold. We're getting that. And my options right now in the metals and miners are just taking off like a rocket, doing really, really well. And I'm expecting more upside to come from there. So that's what I see from there. Let's go to the GDX. The GDX to me, guys, is possibly running out of steam. The gold mining sector itself, we're actually right at the see where we've already had such a big move to the upside. And now we're right at this level of resistance. We're getting pretty far away. We're getting right at this level of resistance. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see possibly a bit of a pause, maybe even a short-term level pause, or it may break through just slightly, then pull back down. But we've already had a really nice move to the upside. You can see we've had a really nice move to the upside, step. So what this may be also is, remember what I said before, guys? Remember I said before, whenever you get this sideways period for a month or two, typically when we do get a breakout, it nicely stair steps from here. So you can see that was it there, came up, stair step, came up. So what this may be doing here is a bit of a stair step. And if I actually bring on all my moving averages here now, what I'll do is I'll bring up this chart here just so we can show you what I'm looking at here a bit more. So you can see all my moving averages here. I've got a 52, a 24, and a 9, right? So they're all trending up quite nicely. What may be getting ready here is this may not be the end of this bull market, but it may be getting ready for really soon for just another one of corrections, right? We had this really strong phase through here, broke out, it's stair stepped, it's had a nice move to the upside. We're getting the moving averages starting to fan out through here, as you can see. So they're fanning out to the upside. So this may just be getting ready for maybe just a sideways as we wait for the moving average, and then we get a breakout and another move. So that's what may be happening there on the GDX. And also, but the GDXJ is actually clearly broken above. The GDXJ has definitely been my sort of baby in a sense. And a nice good breakout from here. Remember I said before, guys, one of the big things I'm sort of guiding you through here is watch for a pattern that when the market does nothing sideways like this, if you ever want to find a market that's likely to make another really big move or another good move, you're looking for that next good opportunity, then the best sort of patterns is if we get a sideways pattern for a month or two, then typically what happens if you've got, say, the moving averages, the 52 moving average coming up through there, typically what you'll find is the market will then have another move within that direction. So sideways, and if the moving average has been trending up for the last 6 months or more, then typically what happens, we typically get another nice move out of the GDXJ. So this is obviously more like a swing trading approach, which, by the way, I'm a swing trader. Day trading is not as good. Day trading is small profits, big losses, lots of mistakes, getting tired. Swing trading for me is the reason why I like swing trading myself, is because I just sit in front of the charts. I look at the market half an hour per day, manage my positions that I'm in, look for new trades, use my scanning software and to find new opportunities, and then I'm off. And then within that, the swing trading, then I can start to look at less trades, less time trading, an hour, maybe 2 hours a day maximum. And then less trades, less time in front of the screen, more freedom to then go do the other stuff that I need to take care of, which is stuff for the soul, which is friendships, loved ones, time with kids, health, fitness, stuff like that. And then what I find is that, but then also more income, more profits at the end of the year from my trading, that activity that year as well too. Looking at the SIL, and the really big thing from the SIL is, you see it all the time again, right? I'll tell you right now, guys, the number one trading pattern, and again, that on that webinar that I'm running today, you'll be able to see the reason why this sideways pattern is just the number one pattern you out there. And this is the reason why it's so powerful, because you can see I'm showing you probably half a dozen examples right now, just what's happened in the last couple of months, is that whenever we get this sideways pattern, I get excited because we're getting ready for a really nice breakout to the upside. So same for the GDX. We have a nice breakout through here, nice little breakout, stair step up through here. So nothing goes straight up. So I wouldn't be too surprised. We may actually get something like this going on, right? To get another stair step. So we can stair step here, another stair step here, and away we go. That's probably going to look something like this: up, sideways, up, little pullback, up, maybe a little pullback, and then a continuation. That may happen. Or if this is going to be one of those really long extended movements, then if I blow my weekly chart up here, you can see how we're getting very, very close towards that $75 level from there on the SIL as well too. And the SILJ, again, we're looking at pretty much the same type of thing as well too. We're getting very, very close towards these highs up here after a nice, good move. Again, another nice little move to the upside right at this level of resistance. So we may get a little bit of a pause here, or once again, if this is one of those really strong movements in the markets, then we could possibly start to see this thing have a really, really, really nice move to the upside from there. Moving on now through to just a few markets that that we can look at here. So Ethereum right now. And one thing you'll notice about these markets goes in different phases, right? We go through a moving phase, what's called an energy using phase. So if the market goes through an energy using phase, and then we go sideways for a bit for what? Building energy. This is a building energy phase. Then we had another move up, and now we're just doing what? We're doing another what? Building energy phase. So as long as Ethereum stays here and just does this, we don't start to get some serious selling. This sideways phase, like you've seen me talk about many times here in this video, this sideways phase is building energy again before we see another move to the upside. And we see this here. This is the reason why, guys, the number one thing that helped me identify this breakout in gold, I just didn't know the time of it, but I knew it was likely to come, and that was looking at just as you can see here, right, the same type of thing. We're doing this here for about 3 to 4 months, and the moving average was strong. So whenever you get that type of sideways and a moving average that's been strong for a while, you typically get another nice move in the direction of that trade from there. So traders, before you leave today, I want to give you an invite to apply for my John's Inner Circle coaching program. This is my top level coaching program, and this is for only serious people only. This group right now currently is only around 15 people, so it's only a real small group because I'm with you every single week in that small group. This whole group here, this John's Inner Circle, is about giving you exactly what you need to know on how to identify a really good high quality setup, trade management techniques, how I scan the markets, and so much more. Plus also every single week I'm doing live coaching sessions that help you with every single area that goes into becoming a good trader and so much more. So this is only for serious people only. This is my top level coaching program. It's only a real small group. But if you're at the point right now where you are absolutely serious about becoming disciplined and you really want to make commitment to becoming a good trader, then my Inner Circle may be a good fit for you. If you go to getjohnshelp.com, that's an application form. Go fill that out right now, and you and I will have a good chat on the phone, and I'll see where you're at, and you'll be able to see more about the actual coaching program. And if we're a good fit, then maybe we can move together from there. But if you're real serious about this and you really want to take this to a whole brand new level, and you want to be more than 95% of traders lose money in the markets, and if you finally want to start to crack into the top 5%, and even the top 1%, then this may be a good fit for you. So go to getjohnshelp.com right now. Apply for that. It's only for the first 10 people only. And I look forward to speaking to you on the phone real soon.